Welcome to another episode of URC Chumps, episode 61. We're still going strong. The Irishman has bailed on us. I think he's still celebrating a win over Argentina, as this is the first time that they've been able to beat all four Southern Hemisphere teams. But I've got Tim with me. How's it, Tim?
I'm good yourself, man. Good.
I'm good. Yeah.
Week for rugby, good weekend past. It was all good.
Yes, it was actually quite exciting, and I mean, like I said, there were some comments that were made before we started towards the South Africans and everything, which we'll get into right now. This clip right here.
A few moments later.
How about you, doctor?
Oh, I'll take it from here, nurse. Take your stupid life support system off, huh?
So yeah, made a few comments, and I was expecting a bit more from the Japanese, but it turns out I don't even think they realized what game they were playing. But yeah, we started off with quite a decent game. Unfortunately, Australia didn't pitch up with the English taking on uh, Australia. Australia just didn't look like they were.
But I thought England were very good. You have to
No,
give.
they were.
I thought they played exceptionally well. They are a well-drilled side, and they're also showing a little bit of flair, which is nice. Yeah, they definitely putting their hands up for contenders for the next World Cup for sure.
Yeah, but they do go through these phases and everything like this. But they do have some big games coming up in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, then the game that that clip was all about, uh, Japan saying that they're going to come and dominate the Springboks, and I honestly was waiting for them to show some sort of dominance. They just didn't even pitch up. The one try which they scored was actually quite good. Came off from a bit of broken play, which they capitalized on. But South Africa just went through the motions, and actually it was a good game from the Springboks. However, it was almost like training ground for this weekend coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought, Springboks played well. I thought Japan didn't turn up, but we know we, it's difficult when you get dominated in every facet of the game. And yeah, we were just brutal, quite frankly. And it was nice to see that the Springboks weren't happy with 40 or 50. They pushed on all the way till the end. Um, it was a very convincing show by the Springboks. It really was. Considering that Japan pushed Australia the week before, right till the end, um, the Springboks then went and put 60 points on them. So it
Yeah.
was a fact.
And then, of course, another game that one team didn't really pitch up to was the Scottish taking on the USA, beating them 85-0. A couple of hat tricks by a couple of players. Of course, every South African that was on the field scored a try. uh, so yeah, uh, that was not really pretty to watch in a sense. Again, it just looked like Scotland was in training ground mode.
Yeah, I mean, that's a terrible one because I actually gave them a shout out last week, and I said that people would be surprised by their how strong rugby's got in America, considering the MRL. And yeah, well, I was shocked, immensely shocked by that. I thought USA would pitch up a bit more.
Yeah. Uh, and then the last game of the weekend, which uh, as much as I'm glad the All Blacks got the result. I don't think either team would want to really take the win on that game. It was so controversial. The ground was terrible. The equipment in the field was terrible. I mean, the fact that part of the reason why we had a 52-minute first half was due to technical issues that the ref had to run off to the halfway line to go look at that Tog Bernie situation, only to say for him to get a red card, which was absolute shocking. I mean, even hearing Marshall and all of them say, very surprised that it was a red card, even to the point that Bowden Barrett said he was going to go to his hearing to go stand up for Bernie. Uh, it was a terrible call, that one, and I just think it just hampered what could have been a really great game.
Well, that's it. And what's the repercussions here? What is World Rugby going to do about this? This is not the first time these things have happened. And if you have a look at the Bulls player, he's been suspended. Okay, got to reduce from 9-week ban to an 8-week ban, but there's no evidence saying that he's actually done anything. So I don't know. But I think rugby needs to have a look at what's happening in the refereeing world, and some of the laws are very soft.
I mean, Volko was just a penalty, but Volko had a penalty against him for leading with the arm and everything like that. But then James Lowe comes and leads directly with the shoulder in Bowden Barrett's face.
Yeah.
World Rugby is, when it comes to the refereeing and the judicial purposes, they are slacking, and I think this is why this Rugby 360 is looking a lot better to a lot of players, is because is this going to be properly, where everything is unilateral the way through, and right now it's World Rugby and the referee and the judicial system that is failing rugby right now.
Well, we're just asking for consistency. I mean, at the end of the day, we're asking for consistency, and we're asking for the rugby to stay rugby and not become football. The diving sort of creeping in a couple seasons ago. Overplaying their high tackles and stuff like that. But there's no need now, because anything above shoulder, anything that hits on chest and slides up, you're going to go to the bin. So rugby, in a sense, has become quite soft. There's rumors that they want to take scrums out of the game. Are you insane? Are you absolutely insane? Then go play rugby league. That's rugby without any scrums, quite frankly. This is rugby union. It's insane. So we need some sort of direction, and it needs to be in a sort of traditional manner. And I think that World Rugby needs to approach it in an old school manner, but in the same token, all we're looking for is sort of continuity throughout refereeing, and for the referees to answer, like any job, for your actions in your workplace. So how your performance are in the workplace, you get judged, and so should referees, because that is their work.
No, I agree.
If the players must be held accountable, so must the referees. If the coaches must be held accountable, so must the referees. It's their job. It's what they do. If I'm not working properly, I get fired. He's not refereeing properly. That's his work. He should get fired.
But yeah, we'll carry on with that a little bit more with one of the pictures that I've got in the slides. But we're going to carry on. I was hoping Dara would be here so he could give his little points on this game. But I looked at both of the teams. It was more of a Argentina invitational, as it says, Argentinian 15 versus Munster. So I don't know if he can really claim it. But anyway, great win for Munster. But yeah. And then unfortunately we lost Ox. And then Asanati's coming to the team for us right now. Which is great. Ox.
That is great. Ox is at the moment probably one of our better players, our standout players. And he's a immense in the scrum. So, it's a big loss. He's good on defense. He's good on the ball carries. He's obviously one of the world's best scrummagers. Huge loss for us. Huge loss.
Yeah.
And right for France, it's a terrible loss for us. I must be honest. This is a big loss for African rugby at the moment.
What I did like was on social media, he put up a thing, done for now, but will be coming back. So that is always good news.
I mean, it's not a career ender. It's just, before the French test, we would really have needed him.
But right there, talking about it, here is our starting lineup for the French game. Starting off at number 1, we got Bone Fenter back in. I mean, he's definitely put up his hand this year, so I think it's well deserved. Malcolm Marks and Thomas du Toit, which shows you Rassie is coming with a full strength front row.
Yep.
Even and Loot finishing off the tight 5. Sia coming on.
I must just say, that's a very physical lock combo to combat. So we've gone with quite a physical side to combat a massive French pack. It's going to be absolute war in the top and the front 8. Yeah,
and then I mean we got Sia, who's going to be really passionate right now. I know his kids are there, so he's definitely going to be going for his 100th match. We've got Peter, Steph, and Jasper, which we all know those guys are just physical.
Woo, that is hot.
Yes, and then to make it even spicier, Rassie has thrown Reiner and Sasha back in as halfback pairing. So that is exciting to see. Then we got KLA, Cheslin, and Damien Williams. So obviously his injury wasn't as bad as we originally thought. That he's able to start. And then, of course, we got the dynamic duo in center of Jesse and Damien. That just looks like it's pace and pain coming towards you.
Again, that's a very strong South African side. I think there's a lot of obviously a lot of experience there. Most of these guys would have played in that quarterfinals. It's a strong side. It's a strong statement. This for us is a big test.
Absolutely. But I mean, it's awesome. And I mean, we're going up against a pretty decent side. I mean, as you can see, Baptista, Julian, and
can I just tell you how brilliant Rassie Erasmus is?
Yeah.
So Rassie Erasmus posted half an hour before the French released their side his thoughts on who they would pick, and he got every single one of them right. He posted the French side half an hour before they did.
So much for no spying. They're probably going to be freaking out now.
He posted, and he got every single one of them right. Every single one of them. And he posted it on his Instagram half an hour before they released their side. That is how brilliant this man is. He picked their team and released it before they did.
Yeah, I bet you Fabian is what you call it. But John,
he must be fuming. He must have had a look at that team when Rassie posted it and just absolutely lost his marbles.
Yeah, because apparently no media, no nothing. They've just been doing their things behind closed doors.
And Rassie he got every single one of them right. He didn't get a single wrong. He got every single one of them right.
Yeah, but I mean, unfortunately, you can see they're missing a lot of their main players and everything. They got Marchand back. I mean, but he's had a bit of an injury.
It's a really good side. I mean,
it is a good side, yeah.
That they aren't there. They've still got absolute class all around the park. Every one of those players would make most world's teams. They are absolute brilliant players. They are attacking. They're big. They're strong. They move the ball. They run the ball, and they have that French flair. And a French side on the day at the Stade Francais, it's going to be an absolute war.
Absolutely. But you know what? You were talking about diving and everything like that. And just because they got Garrick, I want Garrick to have the life knocked out of him, because he's been caught diving once before as well. And I mean, I put a TikTok on our TikTok account showing him diving.
Look, I mean, the guys would have done their research, and the South African analysis team would have had a look at everything, told the guys, look, the guy is prone to that, so watch out. Any swaying arms, I know you're trying to just grab a jersey or grab anything, but keep it down. Anything near the shoulder, the guy will go down, clutching his face. So yeah, they would have looked into it. I don't think it's rugby forward, quite frankly.
I see they're not playing the South African in the side. Banter. But yeah, but I'm just looking at something over here. The lowest cap in the team, there's two of them, Mountain and Baptista, both with 2, where South Africa's lowest one is 4. The average caps in the team is 27, where South Africa's is 48. Total caps is 588 to 1,101. The total age combined of France is 616, with the average age being 27, where South Africa's combined age is 690, with the average age of 23.
That
combined.
That's an interesting. That I would have had the other way around.
Yeah. Combined
that's
weight.
Very interesting stat. Wow.
Yeah. Combined weight of France is 2,438 to South Africa's 2,480, with just an average weight difference of 1 kilogram. France is 170, South Africa is 108.
Yeah, I would like to see the front 8, the top 8.
Yeah.
1 to 8, the weight pack there. That'd be great.
Yeah, but I mean, before we move on, we actually forgot our replacements. We got Grobler, Stennekamp, and Wilco, again, a powerhouse of a front row. Archie and Nokia, which has already told us what Rashi's plan is. And then we got Andre Esterhuizen. So we're back at that, 5.5, 2.5 split. Grant Williams and Marnie Libok.
I mean, no. I mean, if you look at it now, there's no Frank Mostard starting, so Lewitt can't cover 6, 7, or 8. Even doesn't cover 6, 7, or 8. So yeah. Andre is most certainly in there as a loose trio replacement. He is the only one, if you look at it.
Yeah, that's why I said it's a 5.5, 2.5. We have to see how the game goes. But yeah,
he would go on in as a loose trio, I think, and he would go on at centre and then cover the loose. And I must just tell you, hybrid. Yeah,
a triple centre.
No, but he's not the first hybrid player. Do you remember Jack Noel from England? He played flank and wing. So, yeah, I think he was the first guy to play proper. Not sure. But, could be Frank Noel. Jack Noel definitely played wing and flank.
I'm seeing a triple center, so we get the inside, middle, and outside center.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely. Hopefully, my play comes into play, which will be great. But yeah, but at the Stade de France, South Africa has played 13 since 1999, and we've won 10 of them. and we've only lost 2 of them to France, and the one was against Ireland in the last World Cup. So, and we won 2 World Cup finals there. So, yeah, they definitely want revenge against us for knocking them out, and which I know apparently still holding a grudge, the fact that we knocked them out of their World Cup at home.
Oh, well,
And
it's definitely going to be that sort of grudge match. I think there'll be a lot of flair. There'll be a lot of tempers. There'll be a lot of pushing and shoving. I think the guys are going to get into each other's faces. I don't think either side will take a step back. Yeah, I think there's a lot to offer this game. Not just the fact that it's the Springboks France, like rankings wise, but there's a lot of back of the scenes sort of heated stuff between the players, even maybe a little bit.
But I mean, here's the lineup for Saturday and Sunday. Starting off with Ireland taking on Japan. Another World Cup grudge match because the last time.
No, it doesn't get easier for Japan, does it?
Yeah. I mean, Ireland's definitely going to come back with guns blazing to prove themselves again. A Scottish side that I've been hearing pundits from North saying that this could be the team that beats New Zealand to end the second longest single field winning streak. Because don't forget,
I don't think it's going to happen. I know this is their game they've sort of peaked for.
Yeah,
I just don't see it happening. I think they might run New Zealand close, but I think New Zealand will win it at the end of the day.
absolutely. I agree with that. Then, of course, England has a bit more, or I don't say, probably a less technical match, more physical match against Fiji right now. Which I think England, if they carry on the way that they're playing against Australia, will probably take it again.
Yeah, I think England will win one. I think England will also give the guys on the fringes, like I think they'll start Henry Pollock, for example, and I think they'll start a lot of the players on the fringe, and they'll give the other guys a rest. I still see England taking it. Fiji's great, but they don't play enough together to.
That's what I said.
A real threat at the moment. They need to play more international games, so it's great that they are doing the Northern Hemisphere tour.
But that's why I said I see it more of a physical match than a technical match because I think, like you said, they don't play with each other long enough to get the technical aspect of the game correct. But they are dangerous on their day. They do have immense natural talent as individual players.
Listen, they are absolute beasts.
Yeah. But then we got Italy hosting Australia. Australia is going to want to come back hard against Italy. I don't see Italy taking the game. I do see them holding on for quite some time, but not crossing the line against Australia.
Yeah, I think wins that one by 14. But like you say, I think Italy hold it on and make it interesting for a good 15 minutes, and then Australia start to dominate. Actually, let's make it 17 Australia plus 17.
Yeah. And then, of course, we've got Colombia and Mexico also having a game. I don't follow them enough to see who's going to do what. But in the game of the weekend that everybody is waiting for, the grudge match of grudge matches, France hosting Springboks. I do see the Springboks coming up on top. However, do not see it more than double digits. I am going to say it's going to be within 5 or 6.
You know what? I'm gonna go Springboks, and I'm gonna go score 29-25 to the Springboks.
Yeah, still again close game.
Yeah, it's gonna be. And I think we'll take it, but I think it'll be close.
Yeah. And then, of course, Wales hosting Argentina. As much as I hate to say this, I don't see Wales winning. They're going through too much
No.
behind boardroom politics and everything right now with how's everything going.
But
Um,
remember, Argentina know that at the end of this, the world rankings dictate where you and who you play in the World Cup, and they don't want. They need to come. There's 6 groups in the next World Cup, so they need to come top 6 in the world. So they
yeah,
cannot afford to lose to a side like Wales on this end of the year tour. They need to win all the games they can to make that top 6. And even then, I don't know if they can make the top 6 because if you look at who's there, it's pretty strong sides. There's, Ireland, England, South Africa, um,
France.
France, oh man, New Zealand, obviously.
Yeah,
That's top 5 I can think of. Ireland, top 6,
yeah,
and they break through that. So they know for them to come top 6, they cannot afford to lose a single game on this end of the year tour.
yeah.
Um, they don't have the luxury, for example, South Africa, to lose 1 or 2. It's not a good thing for South Africa, but we have the luxury that we're not going to fall out the top 6 and we won't have to play any of the big name sides in the World Cup group stages.
I mean, I saw a thing which I put on one of the other groups that we're on. Ex-Wales players questioned logic of Boks clash, which we'll cover again closer. I mean, after they just blew Japan away 61-7 at Wembley, there's a growing unease in Wales that the side could suffer similar fate when the world champions head to Cardiff on 29 November. Former Wales scrum half Richie Rees believes the test isn't worth playing, warning that this could further damage the confidence of a team already struggling for direction under new coach Steve Tundy. Uh, and I have to agree. I mean, you're trying to build a team up and everything, and now you're going into that period where it's out of the international window. You lose a couple of players like Adam Beard and everything who are
Look,
like,
I'm of a different mindset. I'm of the mindset if you want to know where you are, how good you are, or how good you can be, or how good you want to be, you have to pay the best to judge yourself. Yeah. So
yeah,
in my eyes, it's a great learning lesson for Wales to figure out just how far off the ball they are and how far the journey will be to compete with the world's best. And there's that stupid old saying: to be the best, you got to beat the best. They on at this stage, probably out of 300-400 times, they might beat us once. Okay,
yeah,
but they will take a lot out of the game as players to know where they are compared to the best. And I don't see a bad thing in that. It's also a good thing for them to learn now and they can get it out the way and then have something to strive for. It also can help, can benefit a side. So for me, it's a
yeah.
mindset thing. They can learn where they are now to the world's best and how far they are from the best to compete with the best. So, yeah, for me, I think it must be played. I think it's two really proud rugby nations. At the end of the day, both have wonderful support bases in the UK. Wales support fan base are awesome. They have one of the beautiful singing voices of world rugby. It's an absolute dream for South Africa to go play there, and of course it should be played. It's traditional. It's a part of rugby's history. Yeah, it must be played.
It should be played. I agree, but I think the time period of where they're playing it is also part of the issue that some people have. However, I did listen to a a thing that Michael Hooper and flip his name's George something George who used to play
Oh,
for Australia, and
uh,
they said but they were talking more on the Australian side, which I think also makes sense here, is they knew where this game was being played. You need to be able to handle any situation that comes to you,
Yeah.
because
They're
even
known
if
for
those, yeah, even if those players aren't available, even if they got injured and they weren't available at that time, you still need to have a game plan for that day. So you are right. However, the Welsh fans are a bit upset about the timing of this game and everything. They also, especially, they're playing the All Blacks just before us as well, which does make it hard and not nice for them. But we'll cover more of that later when we get closer. Hopefully, they get onto some sort of right direction, even if it isn't winning, but they have their goal of winning soon. That when they come against us, it is a different story. Um, but like I said earlier, that game, that was the connection that I was talking about. That nothing got called on from James Lowe. Direct shot to
that's
Bowden's,
that's
but
that's most certainly lean with the elbow, 100%.
yeah. But I mean, Vilko Lowe for something a lot softer than that got penalized. So this is where people are saying, how can you call it there but not there? Yet again, it was a French ref. And Chicago technical issues, poor conditions of the pitch, poor not following
Yeah.
game due to TMO and ref making it start a 52-minute first half. Comedy of errors, to be frank, red card nonsense. And this person said, I won't go anymore. I think I draw a clear enough picture just with that picture alone. And it is sad to hear that, especially when they're trying to have international games, to the point that now Six Nations says they're going to start playing games there, which for me, the love of me, I don't know why they're going to do that. But yeah, they're going to start playing games there for some odd reason.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of stuff they'll work on. I don't foresee it happening too often in the future. I think they'll clean up the act. But with regarding the refereeing, yeah, it was really poor. And again, it goes back to the age-old question: when is enough enough? When is referees going to be held accountable for their poor showings? There there must be sort of some sort of answer from World Rugby. It's just getting too much. We understand refs can't be perfect, but with technology and with guys who are TMOs watching and can call into the ref and say, "Can you just hold on? I think there's foul play." Leading with a forearm, they go back, they look at it, they make a decision. How can they get that wrong?
Agreed. And I mean, this is the thing. This is where people are getting upset right now, and it's becoming a rigmarole of errors and everything. And people are getting upset because, like the Vessels situation, I mean, to the point that now the Bulls are apparently going to go to Supreme Courts and everything like to fight it because
Well, I mean, I
they,
think that's ridiculous. There's literal no evidence, and they just banned him.
yeah,
And and the other guys are getting overturned, and our guys get sit. It's like the Bucky's Botha incidents all over. I mean, obviously he was guilty for a lot of it, but there was times where refs watched him, and it happens to our players now. So
yeah. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it is sad when we watch that and we see that happening, and it's not really what we want to see. And like I said, it's upsetting that you see these things happening. Uh, and it's not just like, oh, South Africans are saying it, it's other nations are saying it as well.
yeah,
Um, that red card that happened, even the New Zealanders were saying, like, it was ridiculous. It was uncalled for. There was no reason for it. I still, when I saw it and I was watching it with a friend of mine, I was like, oh, yeah, you know what? I can see that due to the law, maximum being a yellow card. And then when I saw yellow card bunker, I'm like, oh, we'll see him again in 10 minutes. Next thing I heard the call, no, it's been up to a red. And we were both looked at each other. We're like, How is that a red?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But, it shows the class of Bowden Barrett that you said that he's, fully wants to go and speak on behalf of
Yeah.
the player. And, shows the class of the defenders. And I don't know. Something needs to be done. We also
But that's also the thing. When the opposition player goes, I will go to his disciplinary hearing to go stand up for him. You know the ref has made a mistake.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, yeah, he's definitely made a mistake there.
They've rescinded the red card, so he's available to play this week. So, which means logic has prevailed in one case out of the past month or so.
Ruined the game, though.
Yeah, ruined the game, messed up.
Logic prevailed. It ruined a very, very, very good rugby game.
Yeah. But I mean, again, it was one of those. New Zealand was holding on, but that last 25 minutes is where Ireland just lost it. Yet again, James Lowe celebrated a kick, and they lost the game. That guy needs to learn to stop celebrating kicks, because every time he celebrates a kick, it's game over. They lose.
I think James Lowe is a very good rugby player, but I think
he's overrated. Honestly,
look, he does some amazing things. His offloading skills is off the chart. He's a hard runner. He's got a good step. He's an all-round really good rugby player, but I just don't like his attitude.
Yeah, but I mean, you see him celebrate 50-22s and stuff like this, and the next thing you know, Ireland loses, and I'm like, why? Haven't you picked up the pattern? As soon as you start getting a certain way, the game just goes a different way from you. It's 80 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, what's that? The wheel in the sky doesn't stop turning. So instant calm.
Good job, guys. I'm just to say I have enjoyed some of your comments that you put on. I am paying attention to it. Yes, we do believe a lot of it is being unfair towards vessels, as we have said. Sharks obviously not doing so well. But in other news on the Sharks, is officially left. He's going to Japan.
Good for him. Going to finish up his career, make a bit of money. Loss for the Sharks. A lot of respect, a lot of leadership in that man. So yeah, big loss. But yeah, I think it's a good decision on Um's part. But loss for the Sharks for sure.
But in other news, also from Japan, do you know who the first non-Japanese player to be officially the captain of the Cannon Eagles is?
Cannon Eagles? Not Colby, no.
He's Satari Goliath.
Yeah. No, who's it?
Jesse Creel, the Japanese-speaking South African.
That was my next guess. I thought it might be Jesse because he speaks really, really good Japanese, and he is a leader, and he has led South Africa. So why not?
Yeah, he's the first non-Japanese player to captain the team officially. So it came out this week as well.
Okay.
So, yeah. History being made there.
For South Africa, just saying, we're notching them up, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I wonder how much interference he played on Saturday, knowing Japanese so well.
I don't know about that. I think a lot of our players actually, like Lut Jager plays over there.
Nice.
There's quite a few guys that play over there. Chesney plays over there. So I think quite a few of the guys actually speak a fair amount of Japanese. So I think it's not just Jesse, but I don't think that has too much to do with it. You know, like we have all our line-out calls and stuff in Afrikaans, but you know, it takes not too much brain power.
Yeah, but they had 2 South Africans in their team as well.
Yeah, you know, this is true. When you call your players in Afrikaans and the opposition speaks back at you in Afrikaans, it's not exactly how, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't help all the time. But just remember, but guys, thanks very much for listening to this episode, episode 62. Oh, sorry, 61. I do apologize. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. We're enjoying it. I do bring it up to you guys, to the guys.
Joke for the weekly joke. Where does the Scottish rugby team stay when they tour South Africa?
All boys.
At their parents' place.
Oh, good thing Dara's not here. Otherwise, you'd be single right now because he's a girlfriend from Glasgow. But yes. Oh, it does make sense. They could stay in Paul Boys as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thanks very much. Please remember, like I said, like, share, and subscribe. Tim, thanks very much for today. Guys, remember, be safe, go well, and let's enjoy the rugby this weekend. Oh, and happy birthday, Dan.